it's Cat Plays with Yarn here, and thought I'd give you guys an update on what I've been working on. Okay, here's the pattern I've been working on. And I didn't even tell you guys the yarn that I'm making this out of. So, it's made out of the extra, extra large Mary Maximum. Hold on, let me get the label. Okay, back. So, this is the extra, extra large, where it's got over 2,600 yards in it. I'm storing it in the biggest mixing bowl that I own because I didn't want to pull it from the center because I was worried about it collapsing and making big knots. But I think either way, it's a lot of yarn. Okay, so things that I've learned about pattern making. Make sure you have a yarn that frogs multiple times and it frogs very well. And this yarn does wonders. It's not felting. It's not catching every time I frog it. It's working wonders, okay? So I really love this yarn. I wish they still sold it. I would have gotten another one. So one of the reasons why I'm making a wrap instead of a blanket, which I was planning on using for this, is that it's actually short. It's actually a good 1,000 yards short for any blanket pattern or any blanket for me to be long enough. So I decided that I was going to do a wrap. And I started searching, and I found a lot of wraps with different stitches in them that I liked, and I thought, oh, those would go great together. Henceforth, that's why I'm making this pattern. So, another thing I learned, you need a ton of stitch markers. And the reason is, stitch markers do mark your stitch, but they're also, like, when you're working on a pattern, if you put your stitch marker right when you start that stitch and you realize I don't like this pattern and the way it's looking, you can just pull that yarn willy-nilly and then the yarn will catch right when it gets to the stitch marker and it'll stop automatically. So you don't even have to watch what you're frogging. You can just zone out and watch TV. Godsend. Okay, I keep flashing it to you guys. You want to see it? Okay. Now, I do need help. I'm having troubles with this diamond stitch. Not that the stitch itself is hard, that I don't know if I like it with the pattern. I'm worried that it might be too busy. So I'm asking my fellow stitchers out there, my fellow friends, my fellow yarners, what do you think? Is it too busy? Should I do a less busy stitch, like a woven stitch, where it just lays flat and you just see like little holes in it? Or should I keep the diamond stitch? You let me know. So here it is, friends. So this here, I have looked and looked and looked, and I have not found this particular stitch. At least the way that I've done it, I haven't even seen a big one like this. So I'm gonna call this the column stitch. I'm so excited, you guys. So we have a low ridge, a column stitch, a low ridge, a cable stitch, a low ridge, and then the diamond stitch. So right there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different stitches in this wrap. And I mean, it's only this big. But it's awesome. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I've frogged this several times. I've tried different, I've tried the Celtic weave, I've tried the basket weave. Nothing, it just looks too busy. So, there that is. And it's long, friends. Like, when I make a wrap, I want it to go around and then some. I like it to go over the fingertips, because when you actually wear a wrap, your fingers need to be covered too. So it goes from arm length to arm length. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's a challenge, and I love challenges. Okay, oh, let's show you my baby, or not my baby blanket. I do have a baby blanket. Let's go ahead, let's show the baby blanket. I just said baby blanket, let's do baby blanket. Okay, So I'm using Mandala Ombre Mantra, and I decided to do the Virus Star Pattern baby blanket. Now, the lady who's having a baby, this is her first time having a kid, and I remember being a first time mom, how hard it was to fold a blanket with a hood, especially in the wintertime or in the fall when it's cold. So I thought this star blanket would be amazing. You just, fold in the sides, and then you still have this little hood that goes right over their heads. It takes no brain power, so I need one more skein of yarn to finish this, and I'm having a hard time talking myself into buying the $6 cake to finish it. Then, so that's it. And then here's my blanket. I finally got the yarn from Michaels. Woohoo! So I'm working on it, friends. Because every morning the fog moves in and it feels like fall. And I'm falling in love. I love fall. It's just wonderful. I'm sorry, I just looked outside. I'm so taken by it. It's so foggy out. It's beautiful. So I gotta get the blankets ready. Gotta get some jackets made. Gotta get some hats. So thanks for sticking around. And I've got a lot of new subscribers, and I just want to say thank you for coming and thanks for giving me a shot. So I hope you like what you see and hope you stick around. Go out. Be the kindness you want to see in the world, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.